Welcome back to the Whistler Off-Road Cycling Association Toonie Race. I'm your Sea Sky host, Nicole Fitzgerald, and you're watching The Express. Reporter Melanie Pineda tries out a different job every week. She's done everything from getting under the hood of a car to stepping up to a coffee machine at Starbucks. This week, she gets behind the wheel of a city bus. Let's see how she does.
Sprott-Shaw Community College's Higher Learning is brought to you by Sprott-Shaw Community College at sprottshaw.com.
I take public transit every day, and it's one thing to sit in the back of the bus, but it's another to drive one. Today I find out if I have what it takes to be a Coast Mountain bus driver.
Melanie's tasked today to get a crash course in bus driver training.
I am scared. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna pretend like I think I can do this. I actually don't think I can.
My name is Guy Rockwell, and I've been a bus driving instructor for 6 years. A bus driver should probably first and foremost be a people person. It's a very intensive program, maybe not quite as easy as some people might think.
After Melanie gets suited up, her first task is the bus inspection.
It's an important job. You need to make sure that everything's in working order. And I'm not very good with attention to detail, so that might be a problem. Oh, look at that. Doors work. So I just push?
Yeah, so you push hard up on it.
Okay. Ooh. Did I do it?
Melanie went and checked out the rear emergency hatch.
The good thing is I can push that thing right up. The bad news is that I'll probably go out the emergency exit with it. This looks good. No holes. We're good to go.
We're good to go.
This bus can go on the road.
Absolutely. And guess what?
What?
This 60-foot articulated bus is the one you're going to drive today.
The biggest thing I've ever driven was a Ford Explorer, and that's not even, you could put that in here. You could put like 4 of them in here.
Go ahead and grab onto the steering wheel and get yourself in there.
Ooh.
And it's going to lurch a little bit.
Okay.
Because these things are kind of like an on-off switch. Well, somewhere about now, you could start turning.
Surprise! You get to do a turn. Like this?
Just like that. Perfect. And we'll stay kind of to the right here. Just keep going.
Okay.
Doing great.
This says exit only.
I know. That doesn't apply to us. We're special. Okay, Melanie, no more swearing. Not allowed.
If Guy was in my car on a regular basis, he'd know that I actually toned it down for him.
And now you can straighten it out, and we're going to follow those guys.
These guys?
Those guys, yeah.
And just when she thought her drive was getting easier,
oh no. The trolley lines came off. And so of course, I had to put them back on. So can I use a ladder or something?
No. There's black carbon that's mixed in with rainwater, and if that drips on you, it doesn't come out of your clothes.
Oh, great.
Okay, backing up until that's no longer over top of you, and just let it go up through your hands, let it slide.
she finished the inspection, put the poles back up safely, but had a shaky time driving. So, did this transit user cut it as a bus driver?
How'd I do? Hire, fire. I actually think I know how this is gonna go. Just break it to me.
I'm afraid you weren't successful today. I have to fire you.
Oh.
Melanie kept the shiny side up, so that's all good. We could bring her back and put her through a full program, and I am confident that we could make a bus driver out of her.
Looks like I'm gonna need to spend more time in the classroom.
Sprott-Shaw Community College's Higher Learning has been brought to you by Sprott-Shaw Community College at sprottshaw.com.
Better luck next time, Melanie. She's still looking for that perfect job. Maybe she should try caregiving. The Nurse Nextdoor home program is an incredible service. Meet a 90-year-old gentleman who couldn't imagine his life without it.
Everybody should experience it, because until you don't know what's around. But once you experience it, then you'll say, hey, that's fantastic.
Nurse Nextdoor offers home care services, allowing seniors to stay living in the comfort of their own home. Services range from meal preparation and medical maintenance all the way up to 24-hour palliative care.
About 90% of our calls come from the caregiving daughters, basically looking for support. A lot of times they don't know what they need, but they need some help.
The Nurse Nextdoor team works with a client's family to find out what they used to love to do, helping them to get back to their old self and gain their independence.
Really whatever it takes to bring peace of mind to them and their families and improve their overall quality of life.
I appreciate the peace of mind I believe that the family incurs by having this level of care in their homes. They make sure all of the practical things are done as far as bathing and meals and laundry and all kinds of care. But beyond the care, there's a lot of interaction and game playing, just an awful lot of extras come from these people that I haven't seen in any other type of care.
Now that Carlene isn't her father's primary caregiver, the time they do spend together is filled with laughter and games.
It allows me time with the kids because family is important to me, more so now than it ever has been. I'm going to take those few more 30 years I've got and keep going.
With 47 locations across Canada, there's a Nurse Nextdoor near you. To find out more about the home care service, visit nursenextdoor.com. For The Express, I'm Corinne Skelbeck.
The Nurse Nextdoor program is offered across Canada in both West Vancouver and North Vancouver. To learn more, visit nursenextdoor.com. Mountain biking with the Whistler Off-Road Cycling Association. This is how I learned to ride. They offer programs all week long, both for adults and kids. And if you haven't got out on your bike yet, this next story might inspire.
Now a community trail for everybody.
After the break, catch the movement and majesty of Anthill Films' newest production.
Nicole Fitzgerald's clothing provided by Peak Performance. Ski gear provided by Nordica. Hairstyling by The Loft Salon. Makeup by Beauty Mark. Parking provided by the Fire Rock Lounge.
Lungo filaccio, triste sartaccio, fila fila ma che vuoi fila, senza punta l'ago non può andare, troppo filo te l'ha fatto far, ed ora non puoi più filare. Hai filato giorno e notte con giacchette e pantaloni, sotto vesti e gonnelloni pura sera.
Welcome back to the Express on Shaw TV. I'm your City Sky host, Nicole Fitzgerald, and today we are celebrating the Two-Wheeling Way. And that's why we're giving away 2 free tickets to the Whistler premiere of Strength in Numbers. It features Squamish's own Brendan Semenuk. We caught up with the pro rider at the Full Nelson launch in Squamish.
This trail has totally been a part of a segment in the movie, and it's kind of just now a community trail for everybody.
The Full Nelson was built for the mountain bike film Strength in Numbers, specifically for a segment highlighting Squamish's own Brendan Semenuk.
Strength in Numbers is a new mountain bike film that came out by the Anthill production crew. And basically it's a film about communities in the mountain bike culture. And this is like one of them right here. This is my local community. And basically it's just a movie that kind of tells stories about a bunch of communities like this one.
The Whistler premiere of Strength in Numbers is May 18th at 8 p.m. at the Whistler Conference Center.
My segment in the film was basically Ted wanted to build this trail, so we were like, all right, let's do it, but let's build some really progressive stunts on it. It's pretty cool to leave a trail behind and not have to totally tear it down and then it's totally deactivated. Like now it's actually a trail so everyone can go ride it.
The Crankworks podium finisher had an incredible season last year, winning the FMB World Tour along with the Red Bull Joyride, the Claymore Challenge, and 26 Tricks. And what's next?
For me, just some filming and some contests, and it's kind of the kickoff of the year right now. Summer's finally here, and got lots of riding ahead of me.
Strength in Numbers screens on Friday, May 18th at the Whistler Conference Center. And remember, we're going to be giving away 2 free tickets in just a moment. But first, let's venture into space and discover the secret behind May's partial solar eclipse.
Hey, and welcome to the H.R. McMillan Space... What?
Straight ahead.
Shit, you know, I really don't know why I'm wearing these. I really can't see a thing. But it's Cam Cronin here at the H.R. MacMillan Space Center for the Express, along with
Raminder.
And the reason I have these really heavy glasses on is because we're going to be talking about a solar eclipse.
Yes, that's correct.
And it's a particular type of eclipse. What type?
So it's an annular solar eclipse, but we have it as partial for Vancouver.
Okay, so you're gonna have to explain both of those things. Partial, I know, which is that from Vancouver we're not gonna be able to see the whole thing, right?
Yes.
But what does annular mean?
So what's gonna happen on May the 20th is the sun is gonna get occulted by the moon. The moon is gonna come in front of the sun during the day.
Occulted, that means it's going to join a cult.
Not quite.
No, okay. So it's gonna pass in front of it.
Yes.
And it's going to create
essentially a donut in the sky.
Hey! That's my kind of astronomy. A donut in the sky. Now, the reason that we'd have glasses like this is because, as we always like to remind our viewers at home, do not look directly at the sun, otherwise you will become blind. But with something like this, which is a special grade of looking at that, and we're actually going to have some here at the Space Center as well, you would actually be able to witness this, of course,
yes.
Weather dependent, as long as it's not totally cloudy, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, how often does something like this happen?
Well, eclipses happen quite often, once every other year or so. But from Vancouver, we haven't seen one in about 10 years. The next one is in for another 5 years.
Okay, so it is. It's not a once in a lifetime experience, but it's a once in a
decade
season of cheers. Yeah. Okay. Now, are we going to be using our telescope to look at, or is it something that's better to look at with the eye?
Well, you can use your eye, provided you have proper safety glasses. But here at the Space Center, we will be using our telescope to look at the sun.
Cool. Excellent. So that's May the 20th, 2012, and we won't get another chance for this for another 5 years or so, by which point maybe the Canucks will be making it to the playoffs. For the Express here at the H.R. MacMillan Space Center, I'm Cam Cronin.
I'm Raminder.
And remember, don't look at the sun because, yes, you will go blind.
Have a space question for Cam or Raminder? Go ahead and Twitter them at Ask an Astronomer. So much to do, so little time. FYI narrows it down.
Radar's Quality Assured Collisions FYI is presented by Radar's Quality Assured Collision, an ICBC Valet accredited repair facility.
Be an artist for a day. This watercolor landscape workshop, led by instructor Ken Davidson, welcomes artists of all abilities. Pre-register at the Portico Gallery in Squamish. The greatest show on British wheels. Admire British-built new and old classic cars at Whistler Olympic Plaza. The team of motor cars and motorcycles will parade up the Sea to Sky Highway, arriving in Whistler at 10:30 a.m. Only one more weekend to go for the opening of the Peak to Peak Gondola. Sightseeing and summer hiking has never been more exciting with new routes and alpine vistas.
Radar's Quality Assured Collisions FYI was presented by Radar's Quality Assured Collision.
Well, it's time for our ticket giveaway. If you'd like to win 2 free tickets to the Whistler premiere of Strength in Numbers, May 18th at the Whistler Conference Centre, drop me a line at nicole.fitzgerald@sjrb.ca. Name one of the riders in the film. Just a hint, we met one earlier from Squamish. And that wraps up this week's show at the Whistler Off-Road Cycling Association tuning. From all of us on the Express, thanks for watching and get out on your bike. Remember, the Whistler Mountain Bike Park opens May 18th. We'll leave you with a few scenes to get you stoked for summer.